Hi, I'm Nomi Palmer. I'm an indie author and Sims enthusiast, and I've been missing for a few months, haven't I? Let's talk about that. If you can't tell, I'm sick. I've been sick for about 2 weeks. I've been to the hospital twice. I have just not been having a great time, and it's actually the perfect cap to my terrible year. In May, I unfortunately lost my job, and I was unemployed for 5 months. During that time, I was able to spend a lot more time on my author stuff. So I had my YouTube, I was posting regularly to TikTok, I was writing my 4th book. I was also looking for work the entire time, but I didn't manage to find anything until the beginning of November when I started my new position here in my hometown. It's very convenient. My kids and I are all in the same town now. Only my husband has to leave to go to his job. He works out of town, but it's all really good. However, it's been a bumpy start to this new job as my kids have been sick, I've been sick, I'm still sick, and I'm just ready to leave 2025 behind. So what we're going to talk about in this video is 2025, how it went for me in terms of my author career, and where we're going in 2026. I'm going to start with 2026. If you don't want to stick around for the horror show that was 2025, I get it. So let's talk about the positives. I can't really talk about 2026. I had a lot of plans for 2026. I was going to put Endless Desire out in February, and I was going to put the last book out, Eternal Flame, in November. Things have changed. I received very helpful, very thorough, honestly the best beta feedback I've ever received in this whole thing. I've been doing this for 3 years now, and this was the best beta feedback I've ever received. And essentially, I have a little bit of a train wreck on my hands. Endless Desire is unquestionably the best book in the series, hands down. When asked, what was your least favorite chapter? 90% of my beta readers answered, I didn't have a least favorite chapter, which is a little crazy. So I really am committed to maintaining that level of quality and my integrity as an author and ensuring that this book is the best that it can possibly be. But I do have to do some major rewrites and additions, which will push the book over 200,000 words, which is ridiculous. So I'm kind of rethinking everything. I can't talk about what I'm thinking of doing for next year, not at this point, but it's a major overhaul to Passions as you know it. That's all I can really say. I have pushed back Endless Desire to a tentative release date of April 2026. I'm not certain I'll be able to meet that deadline, which is a problem because I have a show in April, Pages and Pleasures in Kitchener, Ontario. I believe it's April 18th. I'll put the correct date on the screen. I was so excited to have Endless Desire available at this book fair. I don't know realistically if I will be able to have it there. Also, in terms of my thoughts for the series, I'm not sure I'm going anymore at all. I might pull out of the Pages and Pleasures event in Kitchener in April. I'm not announcing that. I'm not saying that for sure. I'm just not sure where I will be as an author in April to go and, promote myself and sell books. I don't know if it would be in my best interest, and I don't know if it would be fair to my readers if I showed up there while I'm still in this kind of funky place where I don't really know what I'm doing with the series. I know this is all very vague and mysterious, but I don't want to speak out of turn, and I'm waiting on a couple of things before I can really say anything publicly about what's happening with Passions. So the hope is that in April, I will be at Pages and Pleasures in Kitchener with all 4 books. But I can't say for sure that that's going to happen at this point. What I can say for sure is Eternal Flame is not coming out next year. Because of the changes that I'm making behind the scenes, there isn't going to be enough time, especially with the pushback of Endless Desire and the work I have to do on that I was not anticipating. I do not have enough time to write Eternal Flame. have it edited, publish it by November. It isn't realistic. It isn't something that I want to force or rush. This is the finale to something that is so special to me and special to my readers. And I don't want to just force it out so that it's out and I can say I got it out on a good timeline when it's not as good as it could have been. And I feel like that's what happened with Intense Feelings. I've been looking back at Intense Feelings a lot, and I know that I'm very public about defending the soap opera format and that it's supposed to be confusing and it's supposed to be ridiculous and it's supposed to be campy. But when you compare Intense Feelings to the rest of the series, it doesn't measure up. And the reason is because I rushed the publication. I should have edited it further. I should have done another pass. I should have done a lot of things differently that I didn't do. And I don't want to make that mistake again. So Eternal Flame is pushed back to 2027. 2026 is going to be the year of my transformation as an author, where I feel I'm going to try to level up and really polish myself and put myself in a good position so that when I move on from Passions to my next series, I don't keep making the same mistakes over and over again. So 2026, I have a lot of hope for. I can't really say much more than what I've said, but I'm hoping that you'll stick with me and trust me on this journey, and that I haven't lost people by being inactive from being sick and working now full time again, and that you'll just stick with me while I figure this out. I appreciate you all so much, and words cannot express how valuable I find your interactions, whether it's reading your reviews, which I love to read. I don't love to read the bad ones, but I learn from them and it does help me grow. Some of them are just pointless and nasty, and those ones make me laugh. But most of your reviews are just such a delight to read. I love interacting with you guys on Instagram or wherever online. And I love the interactions I have with my beta team and my ARC team. Currently, I have a secret focus group that is helping me with my plans for 2026. If you didn't get into that group, apologies. It was very quick. I posted it on Instagram one night that I was looking for people, and I really vetted. I knew who the people who I added to the group I've interacted with before and I have somewhat of a relationship with, so I wasn't just adding anyone. It was really like truly selected. I'm so grateful for you guys in my focus group, and anyone who I DM with regularly. Just I can't do this without your guys' support. So I really appreciate it more than words can say, and I hope to have continued support as I kind of navigate these rough waters into what's next for me. Now let's talk about 2025. I posted this graphic on my Instagram, which shows my breakdown. Now this was a little premature. I posted my numbers before December was over, but honestly, they've only really changed by a couple of dollars. I haven't really invested any much more into the business, nor have I made very much more. So these numbers are mostly accurate. I am in a deficit. I'm hoping next year to break even. That's the goal. Just straight zeros, just even. That is my goal for 2026. Maybe make $1 in 2027, but not to be in such a deficit as I am right now. On a personal note, I lost my job in May. I was unemployed from May to November, and that was really hard financially. It was hard emotionally, mentally. I was under insane amounts of stress. It was not a good time, and I was still taking the time to invest in my business, hoping that maybe that would take off and that's where I'd get my money and that would be my income source. But it didn't work out that way, unfortunately. And yeah, 2025 was just very, very hard for me on a personal level. On an author level, I had a lot of wins. In April, I did go to Pages and Pleasures in Kitchener, And I made quite a bunch of money there. In fact, the bulk of my revenue from this year was from that event. People came specifically to see me, which was beyond flattering and surreal. They brought their books that they already owned for me to sign. It was really a good ego boost that I needed because I was not having a good time otherwise. And it was just something that I really appreciated back in April. And then over the summer, while I was hemorrhaging money, not working, and trying to figure this all out, I did have a lot of wins. Like, I doubled my Instagram followers, essentially, more than doubled my TikTok followers. I started my YouTube, I wrote a book, and ultimately I made a lot of great progress in terms of my author career until I got to a few weeks ago, and I was struggling with the edits for Endless Desire, and I realized that I had to make a lot of big changes before, and not just to Endless Desire, I mean globally, like in terms of my career, I had to make a lot of big changes. And I'm navigating that right now with a little bit of help, but it is a slow process, and I wish I could say more. It's frustrating for me because so much of who I am is sharing everything with you guys online, and I can't. I just can't share this just yet. But I promise that it's all good things. It's exciting. The people in my focus group are losing their minds, but I can't speak on it until I have a little bit more information. Here's Endless Desire as it is right now. I've been reading it. I stopped because I felt before I could edit it, I had to put in the new content. And there's a lot of new content, including some major changes to existing content, which I have been chipping away at, but I've pivoted into a different project for the moment out of necessity. So Endless is kind of on the back burner, and I feel horrible. I feel really bad. A few people have pre-ordered it, and they're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer, and it might look different than we expected it would when they pre-ordered it. That said, I'm gonna honor the pre-orders no matter how this spins out. You will still get your copy of Endless Desire. Obviously, you paid for it, but it might be different than what you were expecting. And that's all I can really say. So let's end 2025. Let's just slam that book closed. Move on. I don't even want to be in the same book. Forget next chapter. No. This was a book that I'm finishing, and I'm moving on to a new book, and it's going to be chapter 1, which is 2026. And I just hope that everything I'm planning and hoping for and dreaming for comes to fruition, and I can share with you very soon what is going on. I just want to talk about it so much, and I keep saying it, but I can't. And I hope that you will stick around to see what this mystery is. So that is all from me for now. I am going to start posting YouTube videos again every other Tuesday with early access for Patreon members on Saturdays, if it works out for me, because I'm working full time, so sometimes I'm filming on Saturday, so it might be up Saturday night, or Sunday morning, but it'll be up before Tuesday. You get the early access if you're a paid member, even on the lowest tier. And I have a whole plan of my videos, what I'm going to do. We're going to get back into the Sims version of Intense Feelings. I'm going to try and alternate, so every other Tuesday will be Sims, me either telling the old story or playing the game, or I will be doing kind of a video more like this, where I talk to you about a topic, or do a vlog, or something related to my process and what's happening behind the scenes, and really just try to connect with you guys. So all the best for 2026. I hope everyone has had a safe and happy holiday season. I hope everyone's had a chance to get some rest and relaxation. And I'll see you next year. Bye.